In this short presentation, we will discuss Phase 5 of the CDC model for addressing social determinants of health. Phase 5 focuses on move to action. In this phase, you will have to assemble a planning team. This may include members of the partnership as well as others recruited for their experience, perspective, special skills, or expertise. Be sure to include people from the groups most affected by social determinants addressed by the initiative. After the planning group has been organized, it should meet to determine what action steps are necessary. Once these steps have been developed, agree on specific roles and responsibilities for partners and devise a timeline for all the action steps. After assembling a team, the team will then have to develop an action plan. An action plan describes the specific steps necessary to meet clearly defined goals and objectives. Begin to develop an action plan as soon as your partnership's vision, goals, objectives, and approaches have been determined. An action plan will help keep you on track towards achieving your goals and tell the community that you are making progress. Keep in mind, however, that you may need to modify your action plan to meet changing conditions in your community over time. To be effective, an action plan should include the following key elements: your partnership's goals and objectives, who is responsible for which activities, the time frame for completion of activities, how will you assess the progress, and how will you assess impacts and outcomes. A good action plan must describe each action step clearly and specifically. The plan should be easy to understand and in a format useful for all partners. Assign responsibilities, who will do what for each action step. Provide a timeline and deadlines for completion of the action step. In addition, your action plan must outline what resources, both existing and needed, will be necessary to successfully implement each action step, including finances, staff, space, and equipment. Your action plan must also include a list of other community members who may be potential collaborators and involve them in your project as necessary. This may also help increase community awareness of your project. The next step will involve implementation of your plan. This is it. This is the point where you actually put all your planning into effect. Some helpful guidelines will include: secure any needed resources. Be sure that your group has a backup plan in case promised resources are not provided or in case additional resources become necessary. Be sure everyone is familiar with the whole plan and with his or her own role and the deadline to meet. Take time to celebrate what has been accomplished and to publicly recognize what people have contributed. Coordination is crucial for the successful implementation of the plan. You can't do something as complicated as running an initiative without a person or small group keeping track of everything and making sure that the appropriate things get done at the appropriate time. When implementing a plan, you have to anticipate some challenges and consider how to address them before they happen. Challenges might include maintaining effective communication. The effort must assure that partners and other group members are communicating effectively with one another and the community, and that everyone gets both general information about the effort and whatever specific information he or she needs. Because your partnership will likely include groups that do not normally work together, clear and respectful communication is essential. Dealing with conflict among partnership members, thefts, issues, jealousy, disputes over funding, differences of opinion about strategy, perceived or real power imbalances can all result in conflict and power imbalance. If handled well, can lead to enhanced collaboration and understanding about how differences in power can influence health. Dealing with challenges will involve adhering to partnership principles. If this is a problem, review each principle and determine challenges to adherence. Post the principles at each partnership meeting and review and revise them as needed. Address partners' unrealistic expectations about the amount of their time the initiative will consume, the timing and magnitude of the results, funding that they expect will come their way, etc. Setting numerous achievable short-term goals can help task-oriented partners deal with their inefficiencies and processes related to collaborative action easily. You can prevent conflicts from damaging the partnerships by encouraging members to openly discuss actual and potential conflicts, modifying the action plan if necessary and feasible, and ensuring that community members help define the actions most appropriate for their communities. Other problems your partnership may need to address include members' perceptions that the partnership threatens their autonomy, disagreements about community needs, and conflict over funding decisions, lack of consensus about membership criteria or coalition structure, lack of leadership, competing interests, and failure to include relevant constituencies. To overcome these problems, the members of the partnership must work together to identify expected challenges, prepare for unexpected challenges, and agree to disagree, and create strategies to overcome both expected and unexpected challenges. If challenges prohibit progress of the partnership, it may be useful to seek assistance from an outside consultant or mediator. Thank you.